Good evening, and welcome to We All Gon' Die Wednesday. Livingston, man, roll that beautiful bean footage. We all gon' die! We all gon' die! We all gon' die! It's a We All Gon' Die Wednesday! Welcome to We All Gon' Die Wednesday. How's everybody doing tonight? Loving life.
LXIX. Look it up.
Okie Con, Yardbirds, Oops, 125, BLT in the house, Sunset, how are you? Coffee First Then Speak, Scott Trudeau, the Prepping Mantis, what's good, my brother? Yardbirds, Cat Lady Nelly, Safe Travels, X NYC, what's good, my brother? Canadian, how are you? Dust Country Roads, good evening. Southern Tier Prepper in the house, Gick Rhymes, William Kays, K Paul, Johnny Preps, what's good, brother? Jay Creature, quick side note, code that is scrolled by contained winning lotto numbers. All right.
I threw that in there for y'all. I kind of,
Yeah.
I ain't just always joking.
Abby, good evening. Eric M1RV, what's good? Patty S, how are you? Hope everybody's doing well. Mike Calpetta Sr., what's happening? Anne Marie, good to see you. Terry Johnson, good to see you, sister. Ghetto, what's good, my brother? Mr. Zero, everybody's in the house here this evening. 60 of y'all already. The Chronic Wizard, Margot, love from Michigan. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. If y'all could do us a favor, smash that like button. If you're here, if you come here, if you stop by, smash the button on your way through. There's somebody who needs a hand in South Texas. If you're in South Texas, reach out to Bug Out Adventures. She can get you guys linked up with whatever you need. You guys on work release, yes, this evening they let us out for this live stream. It's fantastic.
If it was up to them, I would pay to work there. Subscription fee.
Just stay all the time, never stop. Prepping with Pugs, what's good? How are you? Yeah, man, I hope everybody's doing well. You know, the struggle is real. The grind feels heavy these days. Maybe it's those light winter kind of draggy days where the days are just starting to get longer, but they still feel like they're about, this long. Oh, the camera whacked out. Nice. Love it. Back now.
Just keep that open.
I'm too close to it. I'm freaking it out. I got to keep my hands down. Yeah.
Why are you crowding up on everybody? Got the whole ass room. You're up in here the screen is like as wide as my wingspan, and Mike's like fucking 12 inch. That's why you can't see.
Oh, yeah,
you want to be freaking
right,
cross-eyed. Yeah, you want to be cross-eyed.
Yeah, no problem.
Like me.
No problem. The Virginia Bushcrafter, what's good, my brother? No, but these chairs, man, these chairs are fabulous. I love these chairs. They're great. Yeah, don't crash into the bass.
The bass guitar. Let me tell you something.
So, you guys been watching the news? I really gotta let me know what's going on because I haven't been paying attention. I don't even care anymore. I know things are bad. They're gonna get worse. In the next, we don't have very long before that whole election cycle comes up, right?
Can't wait.
I got my blinders on, right? And I go and I do my work and I do my thing, and then I come home and I try to organize and make sure everything's in order and clean everything up and make sure everything is right where I know it is, and do my thing. It's
Disgusting.
the rat race is real, man. The rat race is real, and it's been dragging on me lately, Livingston, man. But it is what it is. You gotta keep grinding, keep grinding. Rob K, good evening, good to see you. I'm not going to Canada, Jay Creature. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. But yeah, I know. You gotta keep going, man. You can't stop. You just can't stop. You just gotta keep rolling. Santiago, what's good, my brother? If you stop, that's when the way of life that you've built starts to implode on itself. Unless you had a serious nest egg. Most folks I know are working. And if you stop working, there's no, nothing in front of you. You very little savings, very little cushion.
You could find yourself there.
Yeah.
Depression especially works that way, where you want to do all kinds of things, but you feel like nothing's fun, nothing like so you end up like not doing anything. But then you feel like shit because you didn't do anything. And
Yeah. It's
the snowball continues to roll down the hill.
Perpetual. Mr. B Local.
We were talking to the members about this previous, and it was a couple of folks that said it's exhausting.
Yeah.
This prepper mindset. It's okay to take a break. Like it's okay.
What's good, sister?
I mean, if you're talking about prepping and survival, like then I don't mean this literally, but I guess I kind of do it also. Is don't proverbially kill yourself out here. Don't drive yourself nuts. Don't work yourself into the ground. Don't live your life, man. Because if you're here, you have a strong intuition that what we have now won't last. So whatever it is you can find that's enjoyable in what we have now, you should.
Yeah. Live it up. Sister Marie's Kitchen says, if they say 50% of people will die, does that mean 50% of the country are preppers? Or is that just another one of their lies? So it could totally be that, only 50% of the population has any common sense.
If we were in the wrong place, why would this
that could
be here?
Oh, it's perfect.
And
Everything's fine. What are you doing?
Is this better? You guys?
It's after me.
They were talking about
tested. What's good?
Homie was talking about the production values. He don't even know the Vegas shit we're getting. No, we figured we'd switch it around today. Look at that. And that's peak content. Look at
the old yin and yang, yin and yang. The grind has been real, and put your head down, folks. Keep doing the things. Keep going. That's peak content.
That we are now with peak its crowd-funded, community-sourced content. I love you guys. Perhaps
Patty.
Mike is here to entertain you, but
Patty
y'all
Roach.
are here to entertain me.
Patty Roach says the EU is considering sanctions on Tucker Carlson for interviewing Putin and banning him from traveling in the EU. Wow. For simply interviewing the man. Wow. So this is what the world is coming to, folks. Old Joe, why you got to try and you got to talk to these people, bro? You got to talk to him.
The other day he was
You got to talk to him.
Claimed that he knew some guy that died like 100 years ago or something, which I'm inclined to believe. I think that
he is like 100 years old.
Probably like went to school with that guy.
Old Joe, nobody can really understand what you've been saying lately. You've been spewing the stuff though, and
the thing.
Yeah,
Come on, everybody! For 4 years,
you got to talk to these folks in the EU. Old Joe. Oh man, he said he just left some content in his diaper.
I would watch that content.
Oops, I agree with that statement. Oops says that Putin's truth scares them more than Trump. Yeah.
Well, if I'm right, aren't they the same guy practically? It's you know what? I just want to take this and put it out there is that I'm not wearing lipstick. It's that my lips are chapped because I was outside in the wind like today. Look a little pink like mango.
He did his makeup before he came. Mr. Zero, yeah, the narrative is definitely collapsing over there. You know that, and the truth about what's going on through the whole Ukraine Russia thing has been like really, really buried and suppressed. Anything that was on like YouTube or channels like that has been deleted, like removed. They like unhistoried it. You know what I mean?
I know it's like certain prepper channel that does the same thing to people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen him do it. Where'd it go? Patty S. All right, so this Jennifer Crumley woman, I think her, I'm not even gonna say the little bastard's name. Shot up a school. He was found guilty and whatever else. They charged her with manslaughter because apparently, I would imagine here. Now I'm gonna talk a little freely. Is that I imagine the jury decided that as a parent, she should have been more involved in like the signs were there and everything else that this was gonna happen, and instead ignored. This is a classic example of parents like
too busy to parent,
letting the computer, the tablet, and the YouTube and whatever else they find on all that internet raise their child instead of themselves. I think here is a jury that said, you know what, we're tired of this. All the way back to Columbine and before, everybody was always like, where were the parents? Here was a jury who was like, you know what?
Yeah, make them pay for it. Across the board, all these things suck. They all equal lives lost and severe trauma and uprooting of communities, families. The list goes on. They're all terrible tragedies that, well, I guess we all hope are avoidable. You know, pay a little more attention. Keep a closer eye on your kids. You know, you got to give them. You have to give them space to grow, but not enough space to grow astray.
You know the weird, creepy shit you look at on the internet. They can see that too. Because you just handed them a brand new iPad and let them set it up, and you know what it is you know what our generation thinks we're still.
What's good, brother?
Our generation thinks we're still young, so we see things like parental.
Yeah.
We see parental controls, and we're like, absolutely not.
Yeah, we got to turn those off.
Forgetting
we got to get the real truth.
Forgetting that
getting
there are small impressionable people in the house who really could use parental controls, like.
Brad Pitless, that's a really good point that you make there. Brad Pitless says, so if a kid borrows a parent's car and kills someone in an accident, the parent should be convicted.
Not the same thing. Let's not make straw man arguments here. I won't have it, and I'll put you on timeout.
Well, you know, I think...
Not the same thing. Oh, and so what if the apple's the orange? Shut the fuck up, bro.
Well...
Do better. All I'm saying. Do better.
I see.
Go back out. Okay, cut. Go back out, come back in. No, I don't see what he's saying. That's a straw man argument. Nobody borrowed anything here. This fucking kid is stockpiling ammo, watching fucked up shit on the internet, writing a manifesto, and his mom's like, I didn't even know. You live in the same fucking house, right? You're his fucking mother, right? I don't want to hear your shit. Do better. Cut, go out, come back in again, take two.
Big Dog says that the parents bought the kid the gun for his birthday.
That's not illegal.
Well, I guess it depends upon.
My first gun. I was
where you are. Where you are.
I was 8 years old when it was like this.
In New York State, you can't even possess a firearm until you're 21 years of age now, Livingston.
Now, so that's what I mean.
Laws keep changing.
Proverbially, it was this is yours. It was not fucking mine. It was locked away.
Yeah,
and I was allowed to use my gun when someone was around, and it was safe and legal and everything else to do so. Whatever happened here, every time this happens, I point at the parents. I'm like, where were you?
Oops, they've already gone after the manufacturers. They've already done that.
That's BS, and I don't agree with that whatsoever.
Yeah, they've gone after firearms manufacturers.
Go after every person. Go after the car manufacturers for every person that died in a car accident. Go after the airplane manufacturer. Go after every person that died because of something, and you realize that that's ridiculous. In the case of these children, parents are supposed to be guardians, protectors, teachers, and every other thing. And when this shit happens, it's because they weren't, and I won't hear otherwise. You can say it. I'm not going to hear you because I can't hear you because it's a
Pay more
text.
attention to your kids, man. Pay more attention to your kids. You can't, Livingston, man, you're absolutely correct in the people need to pay more attention to their kids. 100%.
And people get mad when I say things like this because they're the ones that fucking don't. Come at me tonight. Let's do it.
Oh, the Livingston man is coming out tough tonight.
I'm not a parent. You can't speak to it except you're watching me on YouTube. Speak to it.
Personal responsibility of a child.
What's that? What if the child consents?
I agree. I agree that people should be responsible for their own actions, but when it comes to a minor, somebody who's still learning things, still putting the pieces together of what it is right and wrong and life and death and all of these different things that kids have to learn growing up. And if they don't have a proper teacher, that's where things get a little twisted, and they're allowed to think that things are one way when in fact sometimes they're not. Especially parents need to be better parents. We need to teach better life skills. We need to teach better that life is something to be cherished.
Take their goddamn phones and tablets away.
Well, that's a good part of it too.
No, because the logic works like this. Well, he's really into Call of Duty and PUBG and Fortnite. We should get him an AR-15. I mean, all he's ever done is kill people in a virtual arena with one. We should get him one in real life. Oh my God, I can't believe he killed people.
Love and Life said he was 15. Yeah, that's tough, man.
Where's the am I the old guy in here? Am I the old guy who says where are the parents?
Yeah.
Eminem said it. Yeah. Slim Shady said where were the parents at? So I'm saying it too.
Yeah. I mean,
it's about time parents start taking responsibility for what the fuck is going on under their roof.
Absolutely. And you're responsible for your children and their actions until they're adults, and then they should be responsible for their own actions. But Patty, yes, those are the most popular games out there, and some people can process it better than others.
Prove my point for me.
I think that some people take that stuff a little too far.
Actually, Yardbirds, I don't have kids because I've seen all y'all's.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
I told you I was coming here fucking ready. I was hot. I'm hot.
Yeah.
I was tired.
He brought the energy level up. I'll tell you what.
Well, because you know what? Everybody said, not my Aiden, not my baby boy. But if they had surveillance cameras in the classroom, you'd fucking see straight up your fucking kid's a punk. Because you didn't slap the shit out that motherfucker.
Dawn E, I really agree with that statement that parents need to be parents and not a friend. It is great to be friendly with your kids and be there for them and be able to talk with them and discuss things with them. But in the end, I'm your father, and this is it. This is the line. It does not get crossed. If it gets crossed, there are consequences to those actions, and you will not like them. You gotta parent. You gotta parent. There has to be consequences to actions.
Okay, so I make this point.
You can't whoop your kid's ass anymore, but some of these kids need their ass whooped.
Don't say can't. Say not allowed to.
You're not allowed to.
I say this all the time. Everybody says, not gonna raise my kids the way my parents raised me. So what are you, this piece of shit that sucks at life, or are you pretty good at this? So blame your parents for how you turned out, I guess, is what you're saying?
I blame myself. I turned out the way I am because of my actions.
I like this conversation. I didn't expect to go here. People say you can't speak to it, Livingston, you're not a parent.
Patty S says, my kids are in their 30s and tell me some of the shit that they did. I seriously had no clue. Just saying. Patty S, I was one of those kids. The Kids are sneaky. Kids are conniving. You were the kid as well.
I know exactly how
we did
devious.
dumb shit, and we're all lucky to be alive.
Lie, cheat, steal. They're sociopaths. They don't have a moral code. Do not trust them. And I want you to picture yourself justifying and arguing your position with a being that is 3 feet tall. You're the asshole here. Okay, I'm not trying to hear a debate from a 5-year-old person that knows nothing. All right, I said, and
Lisa, have a good night.
Your input is irrelevant. People, and here's where I catch shit, is that like people should until children are about like teenagers, you should interact with them and regard them as really no more than pets. You are training them.
Well, yeah, you're not. It's not training. It's raising. You're raising children.
Different word, same meaning.
Yeah, essentially, you're raising children. Hopefully to be a better person than you. So if you're not instilling at least your core values in them,
but they don't.
Then some.
But they don't. They bring home the cute puppy at Christmas, and then they let it run amok and run the house. And next thing you know, some 5-year-old has everyone with gray hair and is a tyrant because nobody was like, chill it out.
Nobody told them no.
Exactly. You know what my father used to say? What do you want for Christmas? And I'd tell him, like, how's it feel to want?
Yeah.
I'd get it sometimes, but you got a lot to learn, kid. So maybe I was raised right.
My mother Spark says you're guiding them. That's a much better way to put it. Well, we're trying to guide them.
No, I'm dragging them by their nose ring and making them do shit. I don't want to. I do things I don't want to do every day. Good luck with that.
I grew up in a single parent household, where mom was so busy working, trying to keep everything afloat, that I was kind of on my own.
Dead ass, like who said it? K-Paul. Like, I did something dumb, I get slapped in the head like the idiot I was. All right. Yeah. Now I understand that. Is that the best way? But I point to my original statement. I feel like I turned out okay. Should anybody have to go through that? I'm not advocating physical abuse here. Let's chill it out, YouTube.
You can red stamp this video. YouTube's gonna get it. You're talking about them children.
But just
ban central.
Letting stuff go with the kids.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out. And then you're going to say things like these drunken kids these days. You know?
The state wants to raise your children. They want to. They want to raise them because they don't feel that people are capable anymore. And to Livingston's man's point, I think you were trying to make, is that perhaps some people aren't fit to raise children and are creating a bigger problem for the larger of society.
Perhaps there should be some sort of like
parenting classes that people should take.
Well, they make people do that, but only after they fuck up instead of beforehand.
Yeah.
So instead of hating like players, perhaps I should hate the game. I came at parents mad hard, and I didn't mean any of it personally. I was making a really broad generalization.
Mantis, that's a good
when I look out my proverbial window at the youth of America, I see a complete failure by parenthood. Not you personally, but all of us collectively. All right, you feel me? I'm not accusing anybody of nothing here. I don't know none of you freaking people. All right, but yes, with those damn kids, who's the adult here? Who's the boss? Who pays the bills? What rent they paying?
Look at that, Livingston, man.
What you gave me for Christmas? Well, I already got you internet, electric, and heat. What else you want?
I've been feeding you.
Start putting ribbons
for 365 days. It's not cheap.
Start putting ribbons on the outlets and shit.
Oops, says I blame Barney. For real, that damn purple dinosaur. He did all this to us.
You were talking about PTSD, bro. You want me to sing the song?
No, please. No, because that's like insta ban. Don't you do that.
We went to the ground round one time on Long Island, and this other person was having a Barney the Dinosaur birthday party. So like he was there, like his playing the songs. He had this Casio boombox with this. Me and my father are both sitting there. We're both sitting at the table, like, got the steak knives in our hand,
man.
like.
He's coming. He's coming.
That dinosaur comes over here, he's gonna catch it, bro.
It's terrible.
All right, so enough about.
Jay Creature says, "In the hood, only the strong survive. I've seen it." So that's. Can I segue into something else here?
Go ahead.
It's only the strong survive, and I would add that the adaptable. You have to be, if you intend to survive.
Yeah, T-Rex didn't make it, but moles did.
A collapse, a calamity. You have to be extremely adaptable, guys. Like extremely adaptable.
So a lot of luck.
Yeah, there's definitely some luck and making smart decisions.
Hunter,
not taking big risks.
Right in the like back side of the head, like I used to catch where I was touched, bro.
Irish reparations. There's no such thing. They don't happen. There's none that I know of. No, definitely not my mother's spark. We're not going there. No.
It was just stupid other one. His little stupid the Triceratops baby bop. Oh, God. Everybody, we've made history. We just successfully integrated Barney the fucking dinosaur into a prepping and survival somehow. So, you know, it's cool.
It's off the rails. It's off the rails.
Hey, and it's only 8 o'clock. We got 30 more minutes of this. Where will it go?
I know.
Are we living in the stratosphere, man?
Totally, dude. Totally. Adaptability, Livingston, man. I think that's the key.
Like a chameleon-esque.
Like just being able to,
like Ted Bundy, you can just
make do with what you have, where you're at,
navigate
at the time.
Social circles,
making things work, being the MacGyver, being creative, not having a closed mind. You know, always finding a way out of a situation. I think folks like that are going to be invaluable when a collapse actually happens. I really do.
Jay Creature, like Hunter's got like this beef with the Irish. I don't know what like Patty like touched him, but he's been carrying that around ever since. I'm not even Irish. I consider myself adopted Irish because Mrs. Livingston is Irish.
Oh yeah.
So I you know, I'm actually Polish. So come on, bring it. But I consider myself adopted Irish, and so he all he did is he met her and like he knew by looking at her that she was Irish, and he was like, "Oh, like Irish," because there's something that happened to his granddaddy back in the days of fucking Gangs of New York or some shit. You know what I'm saying? The Third Street Boys got their asses whooped by the dead rabbits or something. Hunter's man.
Prepping Mantis said it best. You can talk all the shit you want now, but when shit hit the fan, you better be extremely risk averse. Correct.
Not me.
You don't want to take risks, Livingston, man. You don't want them. No, sir. No, sir. TX McKenzie, good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
Me, I'm like, Leroy Jenkins going in. I'll be like, yo,
Yardbirds,
in.
That's a great point. Control your attitude. That's a great one. If you can control your attitude in a situation, it makes it suck less. If everybody else is freaking out and you're like, ain't no big deal, you might be able to quiet everybody down a little bit. Oh, Microwolf taking away the PlayStation, the Xbox, everything. That's right. A year. Man.
I used to have to write a freaking essay about why I was sorry and shit, and it better be good enough, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't want to circle back to that topic. I really...
Grammar.
I said everything I mean. Whoosh. I don't know what people, like the Irish, think they... are owed, and you know what their thing is that they write like songs about like their oppression. Like every Irish folk song is about like, damn, got stuck on a ship.
Yeah, the English, yeah, that's all the ones I
hear. You know.
Prepping Mantis says, Livingston Man says, when shit at the fan, drive fast and swerve a lot.
It's
Yeah.
the Nixon doctrine.
It's serpentine.
Make
Stay
them
safe from sniper fire.
not only that,
and
but just
just
make them think
stay
you're
out of
you're
sniper
crazy.
fire. And every once in a while, you gotta double left and right just so they can't get a rhythm on you.
Make them think you're crazy.
Serpentine.
He'll do it.
Be
That's what
unpredictable.
you make him think. He's that boy messed up. Something wrong with that boy. Talking about, listen, I know the chat is behind, but I'm
Jay
saying,
Creature.
do not negotiate with children unless they ass is paying rent. I know he's been addressing it. Hunter, I was looking at the picture and I was counting the weights and I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
What do you call it? He said 800 or something?
I just got my legs back. That shit would like flatten me like a pancake, bro.
That's heavy.
Just
That's
putting
go ahead.
10 on the plates and just cranking them out.
I guess it's what 405 on each side.
Yeah,
I mean,
bended bars.
no, I seen. I was like, damn, that's some weight. Now I
bars.
didn't see no video of him actually pushing it, but he did. He claimed it.
That's how I would die on a Wednesday. That shit would crush me.
Allegedly, he pushed that, but I didn't see.
Marco says shake and bake. Yeah, you gotta get up with the shake and bake, bro. Shake and bake. Don't let him get a beat on me.
I don't trust him. None of them. I would never.
Micro Wolf, that's rough.
I'm the type of person. I would like ruin my children. Like I'd be like, they'd be like, why does the wind blow? I'd be like, because the trees are sneezing, bro.
Yo, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy.
Hunter, I ain't mean no disrespect, but it had to be said. All right, it was the truth, was it not?
Mm-hmm. Hunter also rocks with an 800-pound pack. Well, he's definitely carrying mine too, Jay Creature.
Yeah. On his cod piece.
I'm gonna have to get like a custom kit so he can carry like 9 backpacks with one set of straps.
A lot of firsts tonight, you guys.
Yeah.
We Barney the dinosaur and cod piece. Okay, those two things have never been said in a prepping video ever.
Cod piece.
Cod piece. It's like armor for your cod.
Oh man. Yeah.
You know?
I watched 125 almost yank a motor out of a car with a wrench in his hand. No joke. I thought the whole shit was coming right out the hood.
He bangs
He grabbed the hold of the thing and just like, and I thought the whole engine, transmission, drivetrain, everything was coming out of the hood. I was like, whoa, shit. Yeah. 810 for 10 reps. That's pretty good. 125, you got to check out MacBean Scottish Fitness. He does a lot of weightlifting. That was dyslexic.
Late lifting. I do that all the
Late-lifting.
time, and then I say it forever after that because I'm
Holy
like, actually,
shit.
I like that.
Wow.
Make up your own words. Another thing you can do.
Tired, but
Live for
I didn't think it
today,
was
you
this
guys. Make up your own words. Who cares?
What I say is I should call somebody a piece of fuck. Tell them to go shit themselves.
Actually,
Just
literally,
mess it all up.
I do this.
Moon Sprouts, good evening. Welcome.
I try to say how you doing and how's it going at the same time. And
How going?
I've said that repeatedly to people, and then I'm like, I guess I'll go jump off a cliff.
When you just can't get it going, not enough coffee or caffeine, something.
People be like, "Happy birthday!" I'm like, "You too, bro."
Yeah, he does his pull-ups every day. That's it, man. It's big.
Marco, that's not a cod piece. That's a strap-on dildo.
Another thing that has not been said in a prepping or survival.
And you know what? They said they were tired of living in unprecedented times, but are they?
He just keeps making them more.
Unprecedented.
That was pretty
over
unprecedented right there. Yeah.
I'll show you unprecedented.
Well, Tucker Carlson end the Ukraine war after talking to Putin somehow. I highly doubt that. Yeah, I don't take Tucker Carlson as the great peace negotiator.
But the unprecedented times we live in.
Drastic times call for drastic measures.
Imagine the history teacher.
Totally could be.
Like you're a history teacher in 2050.
Rip Curl, what's good, brother? Yeah.
You're going to have a real problem explaining this era.
Just best to just skip. It's like the Dark Ages, that shit that they left out of history.
Who did what? So Taylor Swift won the Super Bowl? How?
What is the time span, Livingston man, that they consider the Dark Ages? How long of a period was that? Do you know off the top of your head?
It kind of depends, but the general consensus is from the absolute, like, measured fall of the Roman Empire
Okay.
to the Renaissance.
So we're talking like what? Like time wise? Like,
Call it like 300 years, like 1300s to like the 1500s.
So there's like 300 years of just like missing everything. Nobody knows what happened for like 300 years. This era should be just that. They're gonna be like, yo, everything was going great, and then this virus, and then we just don't talk about anything. 300 years, and then we'll pick back up again. I think we're in the 300-year period of shall never be talked about again, right? I mean, I'm kind of feeling that way.
There are some interesting parallels with the fall of the
Oh
Roman
man,
Empire.
Mr. Zero says it was more like 1,000 years. Wow.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
it also depends on what you're going to
Yeah, it's
consider
like
to
900 years, the Dark Ages, where there's like no history at all, nothing recorded.
be. Now, here's where I said with some discrepancies. Now, what do you consider to be the Roman Empire? I mean, when it's split in half, you
Okay.
had the Byzantine Empire and the Classical Roman Empire. Don't talk to me like I don't know my history, Mr. Zero.
Smoking Swamp Outdoors. Good evening, my brother. Welcome. Yeah. Bork
But again,
says the history books are full of BS. The winner tells the story how they like it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
History is written by the victor. I believe it was Napoleon that said that. And every strongman victor believes this in his mind, that if I can accomplish my goals, it won't matter how I did it.
Right, just as long as goal achieved.
Look at
name on the building, bro. Did it. Yeah.
Many parallels to the fall of the Roman Empire. Succumb to decadency, over diversification. And what I mean by that is
Everybody was a Roman.
right, but allowed to, they made a disconglomerate nation, if you want to call it a nation. And so, like, there was too many different, a balkanization, I suppose we'd call it, of the Roman Empire. They'd conquer somebody, but they didn't, like, Romanize them particularly. They just kind of left it as it was and hoped they stayed peaceful.
Okay.
In the end, and then they were just invaded by, for lack of a better word, foreigners. Succumbed to it, couldn't fight it. Too many conflicting allegiances, too many questions about it. Though these people were subjugated and defeated by Rome, they weren't loyal to it.
Right, so they could do whatever they wanted with whatever.
So push what I'm saying forward, and what I'm
go.
talking about is NATO and our so-called allies.
Yeah.
The over diversification of the global order. Why should, in the same breath, you can say, why should the United States go fight for, pay for Ukraine, and why should France contribute to the United States, and so on and so forth. And empires on average last 250, 300 years before a real shakeup happens. We're right there.
Yeah, it certainly feels like shakeup time, Livingston man. I cannot disagree with that whatsoever.
It's what happens. Good. No, there's the meme about it.
The outsiders into the army. That's that question's been coming up a lot. The few glances I've taken into the news, I've seen this spoken about the migrants that are coming to the U.S. There's talk.
Oh, you said. See, I was hinting at it.
There's discussion of them perhaps joining the military, Livingston man, and waving the American flag.
There's the Irish reparation. They did
that.
The Irish should step off the boat and go fight for your country, son. They'd find themselves in the front lines in the Civil War the next day. So the precedent's already been set for that. Thank you, my mother Spark.
A tab on
biggest heart
Friday. Thank you so much, my mother Spark. Oh, a tab on Friday. What's Friday? I don't know.
I think that history repeats itself because people ignore it. The first thing everyone says.
Thank you, my mother Spark.
The first thing everyone says is, "I don't know, why should I need to know history?" And that's why it continuously repeats itself. And I would posit that perhaps big powers that be would perhaps have an agenda, rely on that attitude. Because if we actually realize that history repeats itself and we actually learn from our lessons, it wouldn't. But if you really look back through history, every era just repeats itself. It goes good times.
More technological.
Good times create soft people. Soft people create hard times. Hard times create hard people. And it just goes like this forever. And we never learn from it. Why I think these people that think we live in a simulation are right. Because it's just the same game.
It's the circle of life.
But it keeps modernizing it. It's like real life 6.
Yeah, now we got computers in our
with
pockets.
Killer graphics and sound. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, they didn't even have color, bro. It was all black and white. Next thing you knew,
yeah,
the 50s, and all of a sudden shit's in color. That was real life 3.
Technicolor, baby.
Yeah, that was real life 3. Like,
yeah. Donnie says, Mike, did you watch the video I sent you? I believe I did. My memory's not there right now. I'll refresh my memory later and get back to you in an email.
Did you send him a video while he was on the live stream?
Yeah, then I probably didn't.
Let's watch it.
Mr. Zero says there's nothing new under the sun. Yeah, that's a good one. Okie, yeah, it does a little more than rhyme lately. It definitely does. Yeah. Jay Creature and Hunter are marked for Minority Report. Watch out. Watch out. Thought police coming.
I think I think those two are about to like give us.
I tell you, does it feel very 1984-ish, Livingston Man? I've literally watched history be scrubbed from the internet in front of my eyes. I was watching a documentary on the Civil War in Ukraine, and I was about three quarters of the way through this documentary. I was in like an hour deep. It was like an hour and 20-minute thing. And I went back to watch the rest of it after dinner, and it was gone, scrubbed from the internet forever.
Misinformation.
YouTube just gone. It sucks, man. A lot of stuff's getting scrubbed.
And do you know why?
That's not the Mandela effect, Hunter. It's literally history being getting ready to be told by the victor. It's much harder to clean things up now because everything doesn't have to be in print, Livingston Man. If you didn't print it in a book, it wasn't really official back in the day. Now you just type it on the internet here and it lives in infamy forever in the Wayback Machine.
It doesn't. People remember things and things trend for like 7 to 10 days.
Oh, and then
people
it's gone.
Forget.
Yeah.
Now I did this to him the last time, where I asked him a funky question, made him think. What was even happening like a year ago?
Ooh.
What was the big deal? What was happening like a year ago? Like, you don't know. And the guy asking you the question is a dude that like has to think hard about what I had for breakfast this morning. The information overload, all the things we're like capable.
I could tell you.
All the things we're able to know.
A year ago. Exactly.
February 7th, 2023.
I was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania with Angry Prepper, and East Palestine, Ohio was the thing at the time.
And he knows that because it came up in his Facebook memories. So unring your fucking...
Oh, he got me. It's true, though. It's true. It's true. Yeah.
How many of y'all know your friends' birthdays?
Right. It was that.
I know it was. And how many of y'all remember your friends' birthdays? How many of y'all remember phone numbers? How many of y'all remember practical information?
So do you think the phones are erasing our memories?
I don't think that was the goal, but
you think it's a side effect of the medication, Livingston Man?
Yeah, and then somebody knows that and decided to use it. They're like, there was something we didn't really count on.
Jay Creature, that's very very cool that you do that. Very cool that you do that.
That's why I carry my GoPro around.
Mr. Zero says it was the Chinese weather balloon. Totally could be. Black Star Boys, what's good, my brother? Good to see you. Welcome to Wednesday, baby. You made it. We made it to Thursday. Well, at least they have in the land down under. Top of the morning to you, brother. I hope all is well. Betty Lou says, I do. I'm old school. Yardbirds, you think it's the information overload? You think that's what's doing it? It's too much information, and it's essentially once you can set your phone to that. Once it's filled up, the memory's filled up, it just erases the older stuff as you go along. Those memories literally get deleted. Well, Black Star Boys, I agree with that. I do remember some of the stuff before the phones took over, before the rise of the machines. I remember some phone numbers from back then. But
it's burnt into you. It's like learning a second language when you were younger. Like you just remember it. Like it's
a handful of important ones that I use often. I can dial. I dial them faster than I could find their name in the log and hit the button. Yeah.
What the idea of this technology was, I think, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, perhaps.
For sure.
And so, like all this technology was ostensibly to help us live easier, as it always has been. All the way back to the 1950s when you were going to have your own personal robot and your Everlast kitchen and all that killer shit.
Yeah, bro. I want that. I still want it.
It's always been like, make life easier. You got to do less, have more time for yourself. Like, don't kill yourself, bro.
Yeah. No,
but then what they've done with this digital thing is they've unleashed this corrupt form of like capitalism where you are a commodity. You are a means of profit for someone else.
Yeah.
Is what you are.
Consumers. We are the consumers.
Also the producer. What are we doing right now?
Well, we're producing.
And who's getting paid for it?
Well, YouTube.
And if you see an ad on this video, understand that I never pushed the button to say to do it. They did.
They did. Yeah.
Unless, of course, you buy YouTube Premium. You see what I mean? Everything is commodified these days. Take a thing. Think of
Ooh, that's a good one, Prepping Mantis. That's a good one. An information overload and an algorithm-based echo chamber. I'm telling you, between that and some large companies that run the world, they influence people to do horrible things.
Now there's
that's my opinion. That's all.
2 points, 2 ways you can...
Black Star, be safe, my friend. Good to see you.
2 ways you can think about what the Prep Man has just said. Either the algorithm is benign and neutral and says, well...
You like this.
He likes this. I'll just keep showing him stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's not... It has no agenda. It just thinks you like it and is trying to please you. How that's the good intention.
Sure.
They paved the road to hell with not putting any sort of checks on that or any sort of variation.
Maybe they do, but we just
something new for you. But instead, the algorithm has not been programmed to not let you go down a rabbit hole you can't get back out of.
Okay. I see what you're saying. There's no checks and balances, and
I don't mean to say that you should step in and be like, I think you've seen enough.
No, but occasionally I do get messages on like Facebook that says, "Would you like to see more content like this?" And I feel like that's a good way to maybe even help somebody further down the rabbit hole, Livingston man.
I don't deny that I supported Ukraine in the beginning. I quickly soured on the idea. Out of what do they call that? A knee-jerk reaction to what I perceived as unprovoked aggression against. What I saw was Russia as a bully. As I was meant to.
Just for the record, I've never seen a rabbit hole. No, but I've seen tons of them little bastards in the brush, though, man.
They come from somewhere, don't they?
Brush pile, bro.
So the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. You understand me? He does.
Oh, I'm feeling you, dog. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I hear you chirping, squirrely.
Where was I before he fucking rudely interrupted?
Oh, 4-digit phone number from back in the 50s. Charmaine Montgomery. That's incredible. Third-party lines. That's incredible.
Oh, my goodness. I remember they had party lines. You'd pick up the phone and somebody else's ass to be on it. Like... Dead silence is a giveaway. I just figured that folks, in the end, should start to educate themselves, familiarize themselves, and embrace the old ways. There is no reason.
Preach it, Livingston, man.
Tell me the reason that you need to know what's happening across the sea, right?
Well, yeah, okay. So a reason I would want to know what was happening across the sea.
Say the words nuclear war, EMP, or whatever. I'm gonna slap you right out that fucking chair.
Tsunami, asteroid.
You live in upstate New York. You got a tsunami.
Well, if
worried
it
about
was like like a mile high or something, we might be in our altitude ain't it's the greatest Livingston.
I feel like you would feel that.
Well, yeah, and then I'd be like, what am I feeling? I wish I knew. See, I got him.
Do you need, as a just normal ass citizen of this world,
no. It's all a distraction.
Do you need to, or and more
Pennsylvania prepper, what's good, brother?
More important, do you want to know this information that's rammed down your throat? Did you even need to know what Taylor Swift is, or
what even is a Taylor Swift?
Any of this? Like, did you ever find yourself uncomfortable, like with knowledge you wish you didn't know? All right. You're like, why do I even know this? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, and this is what like our ancestors and forefathers and what have you.
I think that's
There's nothing of that to worry about.
I think that's what has replaced the phone numbers is the inconsequential celebrities and their lives that we all get drug into by the big TV and the entertainment.
Looking at you, football people.
Just knowing people's stats and names and numbers. It's like
they think the moon. They think the moon is fake and that football is real.
It's all distraction. It's all entertainment, Livingston.
Well, the circus you can watch on Sunday, but the bread that's gonna cost you, boy.
Oh yeah, it ain't cheap.
At least in Rome they gave the shit. They gave it out.
You trying to get a meal at a stadium? You paying to go to the stadium, then you paying for the stuff in the stadium. At least in Rome, it was free.
Why is beer $15?
I don't know. They're like $1.99 at the gas station.
And see, like I ask questions. I'm like, why is beer $15? And somebody in the chat, I'll wait, is gonna stand for capitalism because they raised the minimum wage. You know what? Because people who don't have the job I have should live like slaves. And that's the way I see it. You know why? I'm going to stand for Elon Musk because he's awesome, even though like he would totally like press that button to make me die if it made him money. And that's what the other...
I'm just happy because
33% of you morons sound like when you defend billionaires, but he likes Trump. You ever hear the thing where like you push this button and you make $1,000, but someone that you don't know dies? You'd question, you'd be like, fuck, you might be fucked up about it, right? Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and these guys, they push that button all day because they don't give a fuck about you. When you stand for them online and talk about how hard they worked, you look like an asshole.
Virginia says, no damn beer's worth $15. I'm feeling you, Virginia Bushcraft.
It's about time we took that attitude to the grocery store and said, hey, no damn cabbage worth $7.50. Hit the cashier with that cabbage.
Not advocating for violence. Bigfoot lives in the Hudson Valley. Livingston Man, get him a beer.
I'm gonna shoot this son of a bitch. I'll solve the mystery.
Livingston Man said it. Everybody be pointing cameras at it. Somebody needs to point a rifle at it.
Solve the mystery.
Bag the Bigfoot.
Sasquatch is illegal.
Take him home. Have him mounted. Put him.
Call the cops.
There's no bag limits because there's no laws written about the taking of Bigfoots. So.
Prepper Book Club.
You feel free to hunt your Bigfoot.
Prepper Book Club. Actually, no one here on YouTube. I guess I should.
Cheddar brats for $8, bro. They come from the butcher shop. Are they at least like smoked cheddar brats? Come on, bro. Yeah, Marie, I'm with you. Whiskey on, sister.
I'm gonna need y'all to come out for capitalism and our current system as you continually pay more for less.
Yeah.
And keep telling me how this is the only system that could possibly work. I need to make it make sense. Go ahead. Somebody in the comments tell me how 6 people amassing all the wealth on the planet works for everyone else. I need you to make it explain it to me like I'm fucking 5.
Yardbirds are way more than $10.
Yeah, what are you kidding me?
15 easy.
Lucky for me, I'm a billionaire, so I think I got this cool shirt.
Dark City.
All I'm saying
coming.
Is America is going because people are realizing that this system doesn't work. the only somewhat fleshed out alternative to it is socialism / communism. Dirty words! How dare he say those words? But imagine.
I think it's tribalism, man. Tribalism is the way. Communityism. Communities working together. No machines.
Cut like one syllable out of that.
No. Won't do it.
Everyone says that, well, every time communism...
Okay. Good point.
Every time communism has been tried, it failed. But...
Jay Creature.
He's right. And crony capitalism and government oligarchy. See, in other countries, guys like Bezos, Musk, Bill Gates, all these super rich people, as soon as a guy's rich in Russia, they call him an oligarch.
Yeah.
As soon as a guy's rich in America,
here we call them celebrities.
And entrepreneurs. They worked hard. They pulled themselves up by their father's $10 million loan to start their business. And frankly, I'm fucking tired of it. If you think there is not a fucking subscription fee to live good in America, you must not live here, or you must be blind. I have no solution to this. I only know that it exists. I only know that it's real.
Don't do it.
I only know that it's real. And there it is not a sustainable system to allow like 2 hands worth of people to gather up all the wealth on the so-called wealth on the planet.
Working on it, Vision.
Okay. And I don't know how else to put it to you. And you can stand here and, subscribe to Elon Musk's OnlyFans all day long and, stroke his ego. Doesn't change the fact that he doesn't know who you are and could fucking care less.
Yeah, it's true.
His doomsday bunker is tight. And you know who?
Oh, no doubt.
You know who's not getting in? Your funky ass.
True.
So like his posts on Facebook and love that man all you want, but anyway.
Okie, that's why we came up with the system of government that the founding fathers intended. But the cost of a constitutional republic was eternal vigilance, and that's something that we the people turned our backs on long, long ago.
Good times have created weak men.
Yeah.
Weak men are on the cusp of creating hard times.
Well, no, it's already.
Hard?
They're here. Well, no, but they're here. I feel this is the very beginnings of the hard times, Livingston, man.
We are in the degeneracy.
Yeah. Jay Creature, I did Amazon Prime something this week, but it's only in the cart, man. I haven't hit the button yet. Pennsylvania Prepper, I'm with you. Giant fucking meteor 2024, bro. Let's do it. They keep flying real close, Livingston, man. We're in that close approach thing. I keep getting notifications. Chief Dog, have a great night, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
I think I speak for all of us, is that I don't want to die. I just want everyone that disagrees with me to.
What a way to go.
Then we can live in a perfect echo chamber where we all agree and all say the same words, right, guys?
Yep. Nah, man, we have to bat ideas around. We have to, just throw things out there.
A true friend will tell you.
Have a good conversation about this stuff. Not get angry, not argue, but just, show other people different points of view. It's very important that we're not locked in that echo chamber, man. It really is.
I would think, I've said it before, that a true toxic relationship is where
everybody agrees that nothing's ever wrong.
Right. That's what he called it, an echo chamber. That's hive mind. That's groupthink.
That's scary. Scary.
What I need in my life, and I said this once, was like, if you're a true friend of mine, you'd be like, nah, fuck that.
No,
once in
wrong.
a while.
Yeah.
Don't just agree with me all the time. That's insane.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if I'm right, tell me I'm wrong.
Just to hear.
Prepping Mantis almost got me. That was a good one. But to be free, that means every man. Yeah.
No doubt. Rip Curl, how many billions of dollars do you need?
Well,
You have a yacht that can launch a submarine that can launch a dinghy. I think you're good, man. I think you're okay.
Yeah, but do you think he's honestly trying to make more money, or is his ideas and his creations and his ability to bring the right people together just creating more money because he's doing the right things? You know, it could be almost a symptom of the problem. You know, he's trying to make things better, but that, you know, people kind of really digging his cars, and then people kind of really were digging his flamethrowers, and, you know, people really digging his rockets that come back and land and we can reuse them instead of just watching them fly into the ocean like NASA did forever. Just saying.
And these are things that are, progressive for humanity. Sure, I don't know how much about the flamethrowers, but the relandable spaceships and stuff. I just think that once you got like all right. So imagine like I get an executive order, right? I'm president. Cringe. You get to keep all the billions you have.
Okay.
But after this, your yearly income is capped at $1 billion. Everything else goes towards the common good, called taxes, that the rest of us fucking peasants pay, and you will too. Well, you have $1 billion. Shut the fuck up, Elon. You have $1 billion.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He does pay. They do.
I worked really hard. Shh, no, you didn't.
Yeah, but they do pay taxes.
Good for him. And the other problem. And here we are with the player, not the game. Our government consistently, notoriously, relentlessly uses our tax money for purposes that none of us agree with, and we don't do shit. And they already wrote it in. See, it would be, so don't pay taxes, except that it doesn't work that way. They already thought of that. They were like, well, they just won't pay. So they made it so you just don't get paid. Your employer hoards your money, and they have to withhold it. It's called withholding, right? Y'all, it's tax season. Please tell me you know this. They hold that shit. They steal your money. They cull it right off the top, like the cream off the top.
Yeah,
they hold it. And then they tell you, at the end of the year, if you're lucky, we actually stole too much from you. Here's some back. Imagine this happening in any other interaction in the world.
Sounds like robbery, Livingston.
And coercion.
Theft,
to boot, under the threat of involuntary incarceration.
Because you have to go there the first time, Vision. You got to go there originally before you can go back. So we still got to get to that whole... Get there the first time.
I think we've been to the moon. I believe that, though.
Jake Reacher says, plot twist. Livingston Man is a secret trust fund baby. But he doesn't know about it until the day he dies. Oh, good golly. Well.
And we've discussed this before, too. I'm going to go a little late tonight. Because the only way we discuss this is the only way you can possibly get around this corrupt system that... we all seem to disagree with in one form or another, is to not participate in it. And that's the mind twist, is that how?
Yeah, how do you unplug from everything you've ever known? I mean, it is indeed the Matrix, Livingston Man, to unplug from society and for everything electronic and digital and all of that to just go away.
Like to not participate in a system you don't agree with, is virtually impossible.
Yeah.
As first world people.
That's tough.
When they say the meek shall inherit the earth, all of us first world people will be wiped out by whatever catastrophe we bring upon ourselves. The so-called primitive third world people who don't have worries like that are going to come out just fine, like they always have. Nobody's nuking Africa. Nobody's nuking the South America.
If I just won the mega power ultra lottery, I would give away the taxes that they take out of it to the state, and then they could make the schools better. I don't know how all of our schools aren't built out of gold blocks with all the money that the New York State collects from the lottery. They should be
because they have to pay the superintendents $250,000 a year salary because it's
okay.
The kids have to buy their own supplies, but the staff owns Camaros and shit. So
your own pencils and shit.
And what do you call it? paying school taxes, so you got to buy supplies.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Livingston Man, and this is Mike. And
And we is Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival.
question everything.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Don't take it all as fact. Don't do it. Don't do it. Smash that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Unsubscribed and left. We appreciate it.
You'll be back.
We'd like to think so.
I didn't want my friends and coworkers to find out I listened to this extremist message.
Bork says we don't pay any tax on lotto in Australia. Well, we don't pay tax on it here, but when you win, you definitely pay tax on it.
Like fucking 60 to 40%.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
Huge. Yes, lots of paper, K-Paul. Lots of paper. It's crazy. It's crazy. Betty Lou, have a great night. Much appreciated, guys. Everything's charging tolls, man. Sucks. Everything's up except our wages. So
if you want to crash the system, stop participating and
ask for a raise. Tell them you need more money. No, I can't come to work tomorrow because I ain't got enough money.
Let us know in the comments how you intend to non-participate yourself in the system.
That's right. Resubscribe. I'm telling you, Vision. I'm telling you. Do it.
I'm gonna hit this switch.
Do it. We out of here.